Are we ready to do this? So there's lots of political stuff that I could rant about. I could rant about the rule of law failing. Let's do that. Let's talk about dishonest judges. So what is a job of a judge? What is a judge supposed to do? Supposed to take and give everybody equality under the law. Part of the problem is, of course, government judges have no real in them doing their job right. Right. If you have an arbitrator and that arbitrator doesn't follow the rules that are set forth in advance about how to handle arbitration and shows partisanship to one group over another, well, then nobody's going to use the arbitrator from the other groups. And if that arbitrator gets himself suggested in a conflict between the groups, well, then one of the parties is going to say, no, that arbitrator's no good, and do away with it. And you'll have to, suggest another arbitrator before we can come to a contract. But in law courts created by the government, there is no voluntary choice of who is the judge. It's assigned by the head judge for the district, and that's done politically. So the trouble is being caused, and that's the same whether you're complaining about blacks being mistreated under the regime, or whether you're complaining about Republicans being mistreated in DC, or whether you're complaining about crazy judges ruling, creating new law from the bench out in California. In all cases, the root of the problem is the government having that monopoly on force. So if you have a private arbitrator, nobody ever's complaining about private arbitrators, arbitrating in favor of the corporations rather than hearing both sides. Nobody's complaining about that. Even though those private arbitration agreements are often between like a union and a corporation, where it says if there's a grievance, then we'll both go to this private arbitrator and he'll make the decision, and we won't take it to the courts unless that arbitration fails. So yeah, government screws up the courts. And a further problem is that cops are accorded more than a citizen's honesty, right? The feeling is that the cop has no reason to lie to get a conviction. Whereas, time and again, we've seen plenty of cops lie to get convictions, lie to get people into court, like, people getting off after to 40 years for being wrongly convicted. And so all of the problems with the courts that people are bringing up are caused by them being government courts. So that's the rant for today. Government courts are bad. Get the government out of the court business and things would be better.